So are you ready to PR yourself? We'll remove the mystery from all things PR, and we'll discuss everything from our top strategies to tips and tricks and everything that you can utilize to further enhance your brand or your message. I've been in media, I'm a journalist, and I'm also a publicist. I am Leah Frazier, CEO of Think3 Media, and your host for PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. Let's go. And welcome back to another episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. This is the podcast where you, the entrepreneur, the creator, the go-getter, gets to learn how to elevate your message, own your narrative, and build the visibility that you deserve. I'm your host, Leah Frazier, CEO of Think3 Media, based out of Dallas, Texas, and I am so excited for today's episode because it is a bonus episode where we're going to be talking all things BravoCon. Now, if you're new to this space, you can go back maybe to last season where I interviewed Julie Safer. She is with the PR firm that actually represents BravoCon and Peacock TV and all of your favorite hit shows. And on that episode, we talk about how they create the pandemonium that goes with all of these Bravo network shows, the Real Housewives, and then roll that into literally one of the largest conferences that hits the United States. And so super duper excited. This year, one of my dear friends, actually a couple of my friends, Cynthia Smoot, that has been on the show several times. She was out there this year, and another friend of mine, Philip White, he was out there as well. I've known him forever from the fashion industry. He comes to all my wellness classes, and we're just really, really solid friends. And I was bugging him while he was out at BravoCon this year because I needed all the tea. I watch all of the Real Housewives franchises. I know all of the scoop. And when I tell you, it's hard to find people who know more scoop than me. And between Cynthia and Philip, I think I have, they give me a run for my money. And so I reached out to Philip and I was like, hey, when you come back, let's talk about it, because I think there's some takeaways that we can take away from BravoCon from a branding and a marketing perspective. But for those of you that are just fans and want to know, how do you get there? How do you maximize being there? And in particularly for Philip, he got photographs with every major celebrity that was there, and he was only there one day. So I'm like, and how did you do that? So he's going to be here to give you guys all the tips, all the tea, and some on the ground gossip that he heard at BravoCon. So if you're a Bravo fan, he's given us a little bit of that tea that he heard while he was on the floor, exclusively here on the PR Yourself with Leah Frazier podcast. So you know what you're going to do. You're going to kick back. You're going to relax. You're going to put your feet up. Maybe you're watching this on YouTube. Maybe you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, but wherever you're tuning in, you're going to want to grab something to drink, kick your feet up, and just relax, because honestly, it's going to be like you're listening in on a conversation between two friends. You're going to hear me get excited and roll to another question when maybe we should have dove a little bit deeper. But I'm just so fascinated by what Bravo has built and their rollouts and how they roll one big thing into the next, and the product launches by all of the stars on their network and how they support their products and their services. It's just, if you really just take a step back and look at it, it is one mega amazing marketing machine. And if you're into marketing, if you're into public relations, if you're just into how businesses can really PR themselves, it is beyond fascinating. And I'm happy that I had a friend that was on the ground that could give me the tips and the tea that go along with it. So again, you're going to want to keep it locked in. Go grab something to drink. Go put your feet up. And when we get back from the break, it's going to be all things BravoCon with my dear friend, Philip White. When you're the bottleneck in every major decision, growth isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter. Since 2002, Integrality has helped entrepreneurs improve their operations through consulting, accelerator programs, and AI-driven platforms like Capixi. Our expert team delivers strategic solutions that drive profitable growth and reclaim valuable time. Ready to build a business that runs without you? Visit integralityllc.com and start your evolution today. Remember sitting in your office dreaming of creating a home that's truly a sanctuary, where every sunrise held promise and every sunset brought peace? As life evolves, imagine waking up in a luxury tiny home among towering pine trees with a peaceful pond and open meadows just minutes from the city that built your success. At Tiny Renaissance Homes, accomplished professionals rediscover what truly matters. Live happy, live healthy, live tiny. Experience glamping retreats, wellness activities, and smart investment opportunities. Your renaissance awaits. Visit tinyrenaissancehomes.com for more information. Welcome back to another episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. I'm excited because this kind of is more gossipy. It's more tea than anything. And we'll do a little bit of PR, a little bit of branding, a little bit of marketing. But I had to bring my friend Philip White on because he just got back from BravoCon. And he can attest that I was texting him while he was there. Like, where are my pictures? Where's the video? Like, what's happening? I'm seeing this online. And so I know a lot of you guys are Bravo fans out there too. And we had an episode with Julie Safer, whose firm does PR for all of Bravo and Peacock. But this is insider scoop on the ground that I'm bringing Philip here. Philip, thank you so much for joining me and spilling some tea.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I get to relive my Bravo experience and have it recorded on a podcast. So this is amazing.
This is a special bonus episode because
I love
I
it.
feel like this year, and maybe we're both Bravo fans because we always talk about Real Housewives and like the latest drama. But
yeah,
I feel like this year I saw more on BravoCon, like online and like media coverage than I have any other year. And am I mistaken, or did you see a lot of that too?
No, I think that Bravo definitely invested a lot of time and marketing into this one. I mean, they had the panels set up straight to go to Peacock, so you could watch them live as they were
Yes.
happening.
And it's still there.
And they're still there. Yeah, I'm still catching up on panels that I wasn't able to attend because it's a 3-day festival. It is jam packed full of stuff. So
I started last night. So when BravoCon started, I was just getting clips. You know, people will upload what they think will go viral the most. And it was, I thought you were there and I was texting like, Philip, what is going on? I just saw this clip and you're like, I get there tomorrow, Leah, calm down.
yeah,
And then when you went, seeing all the clips on IG, but I did not know that they were going to put BravoCon on Peacock. I randomly was surfing last night, and so I was like, let me start with the Real Housewives of Potomac panel.
absolutely.
But that is super cool. And so we'll talk about that later too, that whole
Yeah.
recirculating for more views and how strategic that is. I think that's awesome. But let's just back it up. Let's talk
Okay.
about you because we've got to validate our expert here.
Okay.
How long have you been a Bravo fan?
So I have been a fan for years. I remember watching with my mom. Do you remember the show Being Bobby Brown with Whitney Houston?
Do I?
That was Bravo show number one, and we would also watch Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and those were basically the introductions to Bravo for me. So Bravo has been, what was that? Probably 2005, 2004. I would
I don't
imagine.
know. I'm afraid to Google, Philip.
Yeah, the Google experts will find it. But yeah, Being Bobby Brown, as soon as they announced Whitney was going to be on Bravo, I was going to be watching Bravo. So
Man, for me, I was watching that too, but I think the moment that I got sucked all the way in was with Rachel Zoe. And
Oh
that
yeah,
was
she was a
in
moment.
'08 because I remember
Mhm.
I was an attorney and people have heard me tell this story so many times because it's how I got my start in fashion. And I
Yeah.
would just leave the law firm and that was like my escape was to every Tuesday to watch Rachel Zoe with all the styling, all the racks of clothes, the high-end luxury styling people and like I was obsessed with that show. And fun fact,
Hmm.
now she's on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills
I was gonna
franchise.
say she was in Las Vegas this weekend. Yeah.
I I don't know how I feel about that, to be quite honest. Because I hold Rachel in such high regard, like the esteem that I hold her in. I'm
Yeah.
really hoping that they don't drag her into the pits of toxicity and
Yeah.
because the Beverly Hills franchise, baby. Like, are you
It
on
works
Team
a little bit
Kyle,
differently.
Erica?
Yeah. It works a little bit differently than the other franchises. So
Oh, I'm
yeah.
nervous. I'm nervous on that one, Philip. Okay. So
Hmm.
you've been a Bravo fan forever. What
Forever.
outside of being Bobby Brown? What are
Hmm.
some of your favorite can't miss Bravo shows?
Um, well, for me, it was when the Real Housewives of Orange County started. And let me tell you how I even got into this. Do you remember a show called Desperate Housewives
Yes,
on ABC?
Eva Longoria.
Eva Longoria, Terry Hatcher, like that was my favorite sit down show. And so I just remember Bravo was like advertising Real Housewives of Orange County. And they kind of did a play on of the Desperate Housewives in the marketing. So I was like, well, I love Desperate Housewives. Let's see what they got going on with the Real Housewives of OC. And I just remember that very first episode of seeing Vicky saying, "You brought a little family van." And so that was just when the Real Housewives obsession really started. And I'll tell you the all-time OG favorite for me was Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like that was much, must-see TV every Sunday night since it came on. Like Nene is the GOAT, forever the GOAT, will always be the GOAT of the housewives.
I just wish it didn't get to the point to where legally, you know, her
Yeah.
and Bravo got into it because I feel like everybody that is the comeback everybody wants to see. Now, don't get me wrong. We'll talk
Mhm.
about it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Vicky coming back to the OC excites me, even though I'm like, get rid
Yeah.
of Tamara. But Nene is the ultimate. Everybody wants Nene back. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
dang, if there wasn't that lawsuit or suing or whatever happened within that,
Yeah.
it could happen. I don't
Yeah.
know if it can happen.
I think we are getting closer, and even the vibe on the ground at BravoCon is that it's a possibility. At least the fans want it. The fans want it. And then I think from one of the panels, Andy Cohen was asked, has he been in contact with her? And he said that, yes, we have texted. And she verified that on the Carlos King podcast that, yes, they have texted. So we're closer than we've been before.
Philip, don't you come on here with receipts. Don't you come on here with sources. Don't you come on here with your
Oh my
entertainment
God.
journalism hat
You
on.
know what? I definitely I was catching up on podcast all week because I just wanted to kind of relive and then catch stuff that I didn't get to see because I was chasing housewives. I was not I was not at the panels, and so I just was trying to catch up.
So let's talk about it. So this was BravoCon number what for you? This last one.
This is my very first
This
BravoCon.
was your first. Oh, but you had multiple attempts.
Oh, yeah, this is my third attempt that actually went through. So the first BravoCon that I had a full 3-day pass to was the one that was right when COVID was ending. I think it was
Okay.
2022.
Yeah.
And I had the hotel, it was in New York. It was at the New York Convention Center, had my hotel booked. I had a 3-day pass because back then the 3-day passes were under $400. It was a great deal. And I caught COVID literally like 3 days before I was supposed to fly out.
Oh, Philip.
And it was just like a bummer. I was like, not only did I lose the money, but it's like, man, I didn't even get to go. And then the second attempt was the the very first Vegas one. I just could not get a ticket. I was healthy, well, ready to go, and I could just not get a ticket to BravoCon. Like
What was it? Were they selling out too
it was
fast or
sold
like?
out really fast, and
Oh,
it
you
was
know
just.
what? That is true because I think I tried to go.
Mhm.
I tried too late and it was completely sold out.
It's completely sold out. And that one in Vegas, I heard the very first one in Vegas, I heard was amazing.
Mm.
But yeah, that's why when this one came up, I was like, all right, I was able to secure a 1 day pass. We're just gonna throw caution to the wind. Like I'm just gonna keep manifesting. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And we finally made it.
Yes.
There were some tests along the way, but the flight, everything TSA, we made it. We made it to Vegas this time.
Ooh-wee. So if there's anybody listening and they are a big Bravo fan and they want to go to the next BravoCon, give us some best practices because, honey, we all
Yeah.
gonna be fighting for these same tickets.
You will. So definitely you
I'm
should
gonna call Julie. Like
yeah.
I didn't pull that card. If you listen to the
Oh my
podcast
gosh.
episode at the end, she actually pseudo extends an invitation for me to go to BravoCon, but I never pulled that card because I was like, I'm not gonna be here, and then I ended up being here.
You ended up
So
being
I'm
oh my
I'm
gosh.
pulling it, and if she gives me a pass, Philip, you coming with me
I,
because you gotta
absolutely. I
introduce
will
me to
be there.
everybody. But for
I will
everybody
be
else
there.
that doesn't have a Julie,
Yes.
what they doing?
So, first things you should be doing is following Bravo on all socials. So, Instagram is their big social, and that's when they're going to first announce BravoCon. And then you also need to go to bravotv.com and sign up to be a Bravo Insider because Bravo Insiders will be the first to get a heads up on the on sale dates, and you'll be able to buy pre sale the day before for your tickets.
I thought I signed up for that. Maybe I did, and then I saw the dates, and I was like, I'm not going to be here, and I like ignored it.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe I
because
don't know.
you should get a text message
Oh,
to say BravoCon's going on sale because you're a Bravo insider. You get to have the on sale 1 day before, and you kind of need to determine whether you want a 3 day pass or a 1 day pass. Yeah, I highly recommend a 3 day pass based on what I did in the 1 day. Now, what I accomplished in 1 day, I was on a mission.
facts. I was like, how is it? Because I had another set of friends that were there,
Yeah.
and they are known for the amount of pictures that they take with celebrities. And I was like, Philip was only there 1 day, and he literally got quadruple amounts of celebrities that I saw them with. Like,
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it definitely like I was like, we are making up for lost time. I've missed the first two Bravo cons, and I was like, we're gonna just get in there. And it's funny, I'm kind of always a magnet for housewives, even before BravoCon.
Yeah.
I actually have met Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
she came to
I was
Dallas.
about to say, didn't she come to Dallas?
Yeah, she did
Oh,
a rosé bottle signing when her rosé came out at
I
Total
didn't.
Wine.
I wasn't able to make that event. That's why. I was like, she did come
It
to
was so
Dallas. She
good.
did come to
Ken was
Dallas.
there. Yeah,
Oh
she brought the
yeah.
doggies. So
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, I've been
Oh.
fortunate. I have met Karen Huger. She did a candle launch at Saks Fifth Avenue. And then I've met a lot of the Dallas housewives just around town. And Tiffany Moon does quite a few events, and Deandra Simmons, she does
I
some
just
events.
saw Deandra last night.
Or did you? Okay. Yeah, so it's been great. I know I've met everyone on the cast except for Brandy, for the Dallas
Yeah, I've
franchise.
never met Brandy either. I've met
Yeah.
everybody else. Cameron,
Hmm.
um, Who's our other girl? Oh,
Leanne,
I know Leanne personally. I know.
Stephanie.
I love me some Leanne
Oh
Lockenby.
my gosh,
She's
Leanne is
nuts. I love her. She cracks me up.
that's our FGI member.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Okay, so let's talk. Okay, so now y'all know you need to go sign up. You're going to become a Bravo Insider. Now,
Yes.
let's talk pricing. It used to be what it used to be. And now everybody, this is the conference to go to in entertainment. So, what are
Yeah.
we looking at for a 3-day pass?
For a 3-day pass, you are looking at $600 is what
Is this
Bravo.
GA?
Yeah, and that was GA.
This is general mission.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, VIP. And let me tell you, VIP is actually worth it. But I'll give you a little insider tip. The GA is fine as long as you book what is called a Bravo Palooza pass. So if you want to meet these Bravo celebrities in person and not have to wait in line, you want to add on to your ticket a Bravo Palooza pass.
Is that what you did?
I did. And so that's how I got to meet the like high caliber housewives because I literally that morning my first session was 11 a.m. and it was my Bravo Palooza pass. You get 2 drink tickets so you can just go into like a little VIP area. There's a bar, you get 2 drinks, and they just casually walk in the Bravo celebrities. And it does in the beginning, they do get hounded a little bit, but then they bring in probably, I think we had 10 people come into the Bravo Palooza, and it gets spaced out enough where you can go to one line, and the lines are very short for Bravo
Hmm.
Palooza. It's not
Okay.
like you're waiting in the main lines like for the photo ops.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, the thing that helped me decide on getting the Bravo Palooza was so with your general admission ticket or VIP ticket, you can reserve to have photo ops with your favorite Bravo celebrities, but they sell out instantly. And so I remember when the Saturday general admission reservation ops went on sale. I mean, within a minute, I wasn't able to get any photo ops reserved. So I was like, you know what? I'm adding on the Bravo Palooza, and that's just, I'm going to pay the money because I'm not going to Vegas and not meeting people. So
So what does the add-on look like?
the add-on, I believe it was around $250, $300 for the Bravo Palooza, and everybody that was in there can vouch that it is worth it.
Good.
I'll
Okay.
give you my experience. I did the first session at 11 a.m., and the first person who walks in the room is Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules. And I was like, whoa. And she just walks in with her bodyguard, and people come up to her, but it's more chill than like when you see them out in the hallways, because when you
Yeah.
see them in the hallway, they're being escorted by security and you are not getting near them. It's not gonna happen.
Wow. Wow.
So
Oh
yeah,
my
definitely
gosh.
Bravo
This is
Palooza.
such inside scoop. Now, I will say this,
Hmm.
and also just being mindful of everybody's finances or whatnot. I
Sure.
really think that this is reasonable still.
Hmm.
There's business conferences and startup conferences and things like that that I attend where sometimes GA is in the thousands and VIP is 1500 plus. And
Yeah.
even for Earn Your Leisure, the first year that I went, I didn't want to go to be general admission because I like to be up close at the panels. And
Hmm.
it's just because I'm in media and I like to get good footage. I like to be able to
Sure.
hear all sorts of stuff. So I think VIP for the first Earn Your Leisure conference was like $1,000. And I went ahead and paid it because I was like, I need proximity and access and da da. So if I'm going to
Right.
pay GA, add on a little Bravo Palooza, I feel like I'm good. Like you said,
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
It's worth it. I have no regrets about the add-on. And I'll tell you, if I didn't add that on, I would have been waiting in line to meet probably 2 out of the 10 people that walked in that room. And
Mm.
it would have like waiting in line, is going to be your norm at BravoCon if you don't have a well, actually, even if you do have a reservation, you're going to be waiting in line. And I'm talking for the popular people, the line goes like out the door.
Mm, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about arriving at BravoCon because it seems like they have it together. It
Hmm.
doesn't seem like it's a frenzy. It doesn't like the fact that you got your add-on, and this
Hmm.
is so ghetto for me to even point out. But the fact that you got your add-on,
Uh-huh.
you had drink tickets that came with your add-on, and you actually got the drinks. You
I did.
actually, the
Yeah.
celebrities actually came into the vicinity of where they promoted they would come.
Yeah.
Seems like it is a well-oiled machine.
It is a well-oiled machine from the moment you get your wristband. I mean, and it's a convention center. So we're at the Caesars Forum. And I thought, oh my gosh, let me get there as soon as possible because I don't know how security is going to be. I don't know whether it's a mad rush to get into your Bravo Palooza or to a panel. And honestly, it was now the line is long to get in for entry, but it goes by quickly. You scan your bracelet, you go through security, take your bags out. And they kind of have different setups to kind of space things out. So before you even go in, they have a celebrity DJing at the very front door. And
Yes. Hype
so,
me
yeah, when
up.
I walked up, it
Hype
was
me up.
Maddie from Southern Hospitality. So it's like, you're
Oh.
vibing. And I was like, okay, this is cool. So they have activations to kind of space things out to keep people from going from, all to one place at one time. And there is plenty to do, but I will tell you, the hot spot, and this is the other insider tip, if you are general admission and you don't have a Bravo Palooza or a reservation, all the action goes down in the Bravo Market Bazaar.
I
That
was
is
just
where,
about to ask you about the market,
yeah.
but come on, keep going, keep
The
going.
market is where you want to be because I had a little insider tip from friends that have been before, and they said, if you don't have a reservation or you don't get in, they're like, just literally hang out in the market because these Bravo celebrities make so much money from their booths and selling stuff. They come to their booth probably twice a day. And so if you don't see them one day, you'll see them the next day.
Oh my God. Okay, so stop talking just for a minute, Philip, because
Yeah.
it's all making sense. It's
Mhm.
all making sense from Craig and his home line,
Sewing
pillows,
down. Yeah.
and then Lala had her beauty line.
Hmm.
And then who else came out with stuff? Didn't Sheena? Did Sheena come out with stuff?
Sheena's had stuff. I mean, you have Larsa.
Freaking what's my girl from Real Housewives of Dubai? And she had hot sauce.
Oh,
Oba Hots or something like
Uba.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Uba
yeah. From Real
Hots.
Housewives in New York. Yeah, Uba.
This
Yeah.
okay, this makes sense because sometimes they launch things and you're like, prime example for anybody
Mhm.
that's watching this current season, Real Housewives of Potomac. So, oh, and it's Vegas, so it's 420 friendly. You
Mhm.
have Wendy and her husband, and they're always talking about Happy Eddie. And now we have Stacy, who just launched Shio. So I'm just like, if she has that, boom, get your booth, sell your shit out, and like, no wonder so many of them like try to launch collections and lines and brands and labels because they're about to make a killing.
Because Bravo fans like me will purchase.
I'm not even gonna lie. I want to try Shio, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm in Texas, so I'm going to have to go to another state.
And let me tell you, Stacy's not a dummy because she posted before Vegas, Nevada, it's legal and we're launching in Vegas. So she launched right for BravoCon. I was like,
This
this is
is
marketing at
this
its
is a machine. Like my mind is like I never put two and two together until you just
yeah.
said that. Where I'm like, if we literally went show by show,
Hmm.
we could write down all the people who have supplemental businesses that
Yeah.
probably sell at BravoCon, like to your point,
Yeah.
that are going to make a killing.
They come to their booths because they know they will make the money.
Oh my gosh, this is Philip, this has been amazing. This has been amazing. Okay, okay. So we're in there. We got scoop.
Mhm.
We got some expert tea.
Yeah.
If you don't get the add on, and remember, we're all family here. We understand the economy. Just go hang out in the market, and you're bound to see a Bravo celebrity or two because, baby, they are trying to sell their products. All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the
Okay.
market.
Yeah.
I saw you had a picture with Craig,
Hmm.
and I think if you're watching TV, because he gets so much shit on the show for what he does and his brand, and honestly, I hate to see the hate coming his way because I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, he doesn't, because I come from that. I didn't want to be an attorney anymore, so now I was in fashion for a little bit. Now I'm in media, so it's just like he's shining, he's winning, and so what when you went to his booth and you were able to talk to him and take a photo with him or whatever, was there that
Mhm.
genuineness? Like, how was it?
He is a genuine person, and I know exactly what you're talking about. He can sometimes be the mess maker. I mean, but that's what makes reality TV. And I'll tell you, their personalities, we already know that. We know what makes good TV, and sometimes the villain makes good TV. When you're at BravoCon, honestly, he had more love than you would think because his line was long and I had to wait a very long time to meet him. So it's like no matter how big of a villain you think they are, there is love for that person at BravoCon because it's like you make good TV, we like you.
Did they have the people
So
from
yeah.
Summer House there?
Yes, and so this is one of my favorite stories. So I had met another person in the Bravo Palooza, and I was like, hey, now that we've taken pictures with everybody, I was like, y'all want to go walk in the market? And so I'm following them in the market, and we see the very first line was to meet Captain Jason. And I'm like, oh my God, I love Captain
Everybody loves
Jason. Like,
Captain
Captain
Jason. What is it with Captain Jason?
Jason. It's the Australian accent, it's the salt and pepper gray hair. It's just it's a vibe.
I low
And
key
I
need to
saw
know
him.
what happened with him and Heather because she is just this season of Salt Lake City. She is hinting that something went down between the two of them, and she just blushes from ear to ear when she talks about him.
I mean, I would be blushing too.
Lord.
I think that he's had quite a few run-ins with some housewives that he likes, though.
Oh Lord. Okay, okay, okay.
But yeah, I get in his line because this is another great place for these celebrities to launch something. He's launching a fragrance. And so
Okay.
I try to get in his line, and they're like, no, we have to cut it off because there's just so many people wrapped around this line. And so I was like a little disappointed. And then we walk over like maybe a couple of booths, and they're like, well, let's get in this line. And it was for Kyle Cook for his lover boy from Summer House. And
Yeah.
so I like Kyle, and I know that Kyle gets the villain edit. But when I met him, he was the most genuine person. Like, he actually asked me my name, where I live. He invited me to Komodo in Dallas, where he's going to be DJing in February. So, yes, we're going. Yeah.
Giving me tea.
So, Kyle
I
Cook,
love, by the way, I love Komodo. Their food is really good.
the food is great. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to Komodo in February. Anybody in Dallas, if you want to see Kyle Cook, I think he
Yeah.
said the link was in his bio on Instagram. So he was just a genuine nice person, and it surprised me because he definitely gets the villain edit. And so I was more impressed with him. I was like, you know what? I am impressed with you, Kyle Cook. Very cool.
That is awesome. So really, again, proving up again that if you don't get that add-on, there's
Hmm.
so much activity in that market. So any way you can get it, just
Yeah.
get it. You just got to
And
be tenacious enough.
yeah, I met one of the biggest Bravo stars as of lately. And can you take a guess who had the number one booth? And I did get a picture with her and
Uh,
I'll give you a hint, and her daughter.
and her daughter. Uh, it's not Candy.
No, it was
Hold on.
Kathy.
Wait, hold on. I was like, let me. I was
Oh,
like,
you're looking at the
but you know,
picture.
I guess Candy because
Oh,
of
I wish. Oh, yeah,
Jen
Riley.
NYC. Yeah. So that's
I'm sadly I didn't get to meet any Atlanta housewives. I
oh,
was going to meet Kelly, but something happened. I was chasing Lisa Barlow. I'll, I'll tell you that story in a minute.
oh Lord, that
Yeah,
Barlow
because the
man.
thing is, when you're in the bazaar, you're going to hear people screaming, and that's when security is bringing in the talent. And so when you hear the screaming, you just run and you go get in the line. Because what they'll do is at these booths, they'll set up ropes and you just go jump in that line. So when you hear screaming, you go run in the line.
I wonder if Lisa had her tequila there.
All right,
If
let
they
me
were
go ahead
using
and
her
tell you my
tequila at the
recent
bar, because
story.
it's kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
Vita, whatever, and it's the
So
best, and da da da. Da. So I'm wondering, like, did
I've
they
been
have
trying to
that?
get my hands on this Vita tequila for a while. And so it was a brand, Wendy's, that actually had a setup and they made cocktails with Vita tequila, and I was able to taste it for the first time. I saw Lisa Barlow, I just wasn't able to get a picture with her because security was outrageous for like she had the tightest security.
I'm sure she just didn't want no questions as to all this stuff that's going on
Yeah.
and surrounding. Was Bronwyn there?
Bronwyn was there. I just didn't see her out in the wild or in person.
Out in the
Um,
wild.
yeah, I mean, and it gets wild. Like that is it's a big venue.
How many people you think go to BravoCon?
You know, that is such a good question. I didn't even think, but I could tell you it's in the thousands. From the line that I just getting in, and it has to be in order to pay all of their talent from the network and
Oh
to pay
yeah.
for the hotels, there has to be, to make it economical, there has to be thousands of
Oh
people
yeah.
in that venue.
And I'm wondering too if, because sometimes conferences, like if you do have a booth, there's a percentage that you have to give to the organizer as well, and then you get to keep the rest. So I'm wondering if they have that agreement with them as vendor. If they do, that's a killing. That is a
Yeah,
killing.
yeah, and
Wow.
some of the merchandise is available on Bravo's website, so I'm sure they are getting a cut. So if there's something you want from BravoCon, you can still go to the website. I have the app, and you can still buy merchandise. So I'm pretty
This is
sure they're getting
crazy.
a cut. Yeah. It is like, for me, it was like going to Disney World. Like, that's how incredible this machine of BravoCon is. It was spectacular.
So let's talk about this machine because, as I've said a million times before, I've had Julie Safer on the show, and she talked about just how they know that there's so much fandom. And it is
Hmm.
intentional how they capitalize on the fandom. And it's not in like a mean way. It's not in an egregious way. It's because they really do want to give the fans what they want. So even me saying, like, I know this is a ghetto question, but thank
Hmm.
God you got everything you pay for, because how many times do I hear about conferences where you buy all these add-ons or you buy a particular ticket and you don't get what you pay for?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
So
And
as
I
a
can say
fan,
I
go
got
ahead.
exactly what I paid for with this BravoCon.
If not more, hold on one
If
second.
not more, yeah, I think I got more.
So let's just talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about this fandom, like
Sure,
putting on your, because you're a business owner,
sure.
putting on your marketing and branding hat. Like, what are some observations that you see with BravoCon, so that we're just going to let you do general observations and think about this too on a second level? Like, what are some things as small business owners that we can kind of take away just from watching how they built this? It is a machine.
Yeah, yeah. No, it is a machine. I think for fans of reality TV, or me as a professed fan of reality TV, authenticity is the most important thing. And that is how these reality stars and housewives get you drawn in. And it's by being authentic. Now, sometimes the newbies come in and start trying to fake stuff, but an OG fan like me knows who's real and who's not. And so by them being authentic, we follow them. So like we're following them on social media, we're following them on X, we're following them on TikTok. We're engaging with them through social media, and because it's a machine, I really feel like that is the biggest marketing standpoint, is just being your authentic, true self. And honestly, for the housewives or for anybody on Bravo, they're no dummy because they're partnering and collaborating with small businesses. They collaborate with local designers. They're collaborating with stylists. So collaboration is a big thing. So Craig, he actually collaborated with State Farm. So State Farm was there. Wendy's is with Lisa Barlow. Like it
And
just
she eats it every episode. It was either going to be Wendy's or Taco Bell for her.
one or the other. Yeah,
One or
I
the
think
other.
actually Katie from OC was representing Taco Bell. So random. But yeah, collaboration is another big key with them because they know they've got the eyes on them. So who can I collaborate with, whether it's in fashion or product, something. There's always some collaboration. Um,
I love that. And
yeah,
again, to me, it just goes back to some intention, like being intentional about some things. So it's not by accident that we see Lisa Barlow
mhm,
eating chicken nuggets and Wendy's as she's in the car with her husband. It's not
correct.
by accident that we see so and so talking about X, Y, and Z,
Yeah,
because maybe themselves they're trying to line up some sort of collaboration, sponsorship, partnership, which that's a-okay, that's fine.
yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. All right,
And
keep going.
I can make a prediction for Beverly Hills. I think we're going to see Rachel Zoe reinvigorate her brand.
Because Rachel had it across everywhere: apparel,
Mhm.
home, interior. Yeah,
I
Rachel was
think and a
everywhere.
matter of fact, word on the street while I was at BravoCon is that all of the housewives were given a Rachel Zoe gift bag with house shoes and perfume. So I think you're going to see, and from what I heard, is Rachel Zoe asked to be on Beverly Hills. She wasn't asked. She called Andy. And just think about it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That I mean, it's on one of his interviews.
Look,
You can
he
go look
says,
it up.
oh my
Look
gosh.
it up. But yeah,
Interesting.
so
Well, and then the divorce. I
sure.
was disappointed to see that because I actually liked her and Roger's relationship.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, like you said, but I did see this like decline, as far as, and not decline in her value or anything like that, but decline as far as her being in the public eye. Like, I just didn't see her as much.
Sure.
Didn't know what she had going on. And this is coming from somebody like I enjoyed her as a
Yeah,
fan. And
I think
so,
she's going
yeah,
to see a big push by being on The Housewives. I think it was, I know that she probably was doing it to share more about her life, but let's just talk about it. You were building a brand and she's going to get free PR, free marketing all just from being a housewife.
so true. So true.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about, you know, any other things that you notice about BravoCon, like from a business perspective?
Honestly, if I were a brand that had some extra cash, I would try to align myself with one of these stars. I would align myself with getting a booth at BravoCon. It was not only the talent that had booths. Kalia, the athleisure brand, was there.
Okay.
Wendy's was there. Instacart was there. And what they did is they just brought a Bravo celeb to the booth. And so you're having all of this
That's
marketing.
smart,
Yes,
Philip. Oh my God. Oh
yes.
my God.
And let me tell you, the number one booth was Nikki Hilton's booth because Kathy Hilton sat at her booth for 3 hours and she is selling this jewelry.
And let
Nikki
me
is not really on any Bravo show. She is just the daughter of Kathy Hilton. And Kathy's like, oh no, we're going to sell some jewelry like this is QVC.
Let me tell you, Kathy is the funniest. When I watch her on Beverly Hills, she's a character. She's a character. Oh, speaking of Beverly Hills, was Bose there? I love Bose.
Rose was there. I didn't get to meet her, but she was there. If you see the Beverly Hills panel,
I
she
thought she
she
was on the panel. I was hoping you were going to get to meet her.
me too.
It's
um,
it's okay because
yeah.
she helped. I don't know if you know Mahari here in Dallas. He was just on NBC's show On Brand with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah.
He knows Bose, and so I was like, "Look, I
We
may
gotta
have
make
to pull trigger, have her come back. Like, what is it gonna take?" And
yes.
he's
Please
like,
do.
"Leah, call me, and I will make that call for you." So
Please, please
when
make
we
that
do,
call.
Philip, you will be involved. You will be involved.
Yeah, and talk about a master at marketing. That is definitely her.
She's one of the top women marketers in the world. So,
Yeah, it's
or just
incredible that.
plain marketer in the world.
Yeah,
So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, last but not least,
sure.
as we just wrap up this conversation, you've already said that BravoCon was totally worth it.
Mhm.
Um, any other tea or things that you overheard before we close out?
So the funny thing about this BravoCon is that a lot of feuds were happening. And so this week through the social media lane, we are hearing about all kinds of interactions that happened behind the scenes that we didn't see. So the big thing was, I think Craig and Shep, which I met both of
Saw
them. Their
that.
booth was next to each other, and so there was some interesting videos of Shep talking about Craig's former
I
relationship.
saw that.
Yeah, and then you had Madison from Southern Charm versus Cy from Real Housewives of New York. So it's just interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Madison said that Cy is the meanest person she
I
had ever,
believe it.
and
I believe it.
she kind of spilled
She
some.
comes off that way.
Yeah, she spilled some receipts. So it's very interesting how all of that stuff is going on behind stage, but in front of stage, they are so professional. I would have never known that there was any kind of disagreement stuff going on behind the
I'm
scenes.
only laughing because on that Potomac panel, the one that's going viral right now is
Mhm.
when the moderator, I don't know if it was Stacy or whoever had said something about Wendy. Or maybe it
Mm,
was Kay. I can't remember. And maybe it was Kay. Maybe it was Kay because I know right now they're kind of beefing on the show.
yeah.
And the moderator looks at Wendy and was like, "Well, is there anything you want to say to that? Anything you want to add on?" And Wendy's like, "No. Next."
Wow.
And I
Yeah.
feel so, I'm watching it. I was watching the panel last night, and in
Yeah.
my mind, I'm like, I feel so sorry for the moderator because
Yeah.
with these housewives, like, you don't know what you're gonna get, and you
No,
have to be so quick to pivot
you
the
do.
conversation or like figure
Yeah.
something else
got
out.
I got the heads up because the Atlanta panel was going on while I was in line for somebody. And if you haven't watched the Atlanta panel, Drew goes off on Shamia, and like it was something. So that is another panel that definitely checked that one out. So there was a little bit of, and I was like, Atlanta's always going to give you some kind of pop off of shade or drama that just entertains you, and they know what they're doing. They're professionals.
And I think I saw the viral clip of them, and then everybody said Drew's clapback was absolutely classic. So yeah, I definitely want to check that
Yeah.
out. And I want to say that I am kind of disappointed in how things are shaking out with Shamia. I thought she was going to be more on the favorable side. But as things kind of go on, I'm seeing her kind of fall out of the viewers like positive ratings. I'm seeing it go more towards like, girl, like Housewives kind of ruined your image. Like, we, if I had that much money, I wouldn't be arguing about X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, man, it
Mhm.
just, it's crazy. But
And
again, the
that's
fans
one of
love
the
it.
things, being a housewife, you have to be ready for all of the love and then kind of all of the hate. Like it's not an easy job. I mean, I love the fabulous part of being a housewife, but would I want to be one? Not with this fandom. This fandom is very opinionated.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna ask the questions. If the moderator don't ask the right question and they kick it to the audience for the Q&A, they're
Yeah.
they are asking the questions. So it is
Yeah.
amazing. It is amazing. Before we wrap, did you catch a glimpse of Andy at all, or were you able to see Andy
No,
Cohen? Nope.
sadly, I did not get to see Andy. I think the um Kyle Richards probably was like the top of my list of people to meet. And so I knew, like, where else am I going to meet Kyle Richards? So that was kind of the pinnacle. And then I did get to meet another OG who I absolutely love, and she loved me. Like, my interaction with her was probably my favorite. And actually, it was the last photo op of the night, and that was me meeting Teresa from Real Housewives of New
Oh yeah,
Jersey.
saw that picture.
Yeah,
Well,
she was incredible. She was like, "You smell good."
listen, Teresa. No, actually, listen to whoever who's listening and or watching. Philip will tell you. I always tell him how good he smells. And then sometimes I want to know what it is. But he always smells good. Has never had a bad day. And if he does, he don't come around me.
That's right.
So
Yeah, she even asked what it was, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wear brown sugar babe body oil." So she, shout out to them.
shout out to Brown Sugar Babe. Hey, holler at me.
Yeah,
Holler at us.
at
We'll
me.
give you a
Yeah.
commercial on the show.
Okay. Yeah, so that was a really sweet interaction and a great way for me to kind of end the day. Looking forward to the next BravoCon. Will I be going? Absolutely.
And will all of you listening or watching, will you be going? Hopefully, yes. I know I want to be in the building for sure. I'm gonna try to pull some strings, Julie. I'm gonna holler at you. But yeah, I need to be there. And like I said, I saw way more coverage from influencers, independent media outlets.
Yeah.
So maybe there's even a press badge that I can apply for. So
And
I was
I will
excited to
tell
see that.
you, being in the press will get you access because I follow Gibson Johns on social media, and I got to meet him there. He's one of my favorite people that has the takes that I agree with, and that's the thing about Bravo. You don't agree with everybody, but
Right.
he was there and he got to meet, I mean, basically everybody. So if you're in the press, that's the way to go. You don't even have to wait in a line.
I am. I do have credentials, so I just need to pull the trigger. Pull
I
the trigger.
highly recommend getting those credentials.
Well, Philip, if everybody wants to follow you or track your journey or even take a look at all of those fabulous photos on Instagram that you racked up at BravoCon, how can they connect with you?
Yes, so I'm on Instagram and TikTok, and my handle is I am Philip White, and it's Phillip. So two L's in Philip.
Yes, and he is everything that he says he is. And yes, follow him. We can all fangirl, fanboy, fan whatever, fan them out as we navigate through these Bravo streets. But all of us will be at the next BravoCon, which did you say they're skipping a year?
I believe allegedly it's 2027 is what I heard. So
BravoCon 2027, and I'm gonna have
save
to
your coins.
really manipulate my husband
Yeah.
because that's well husband to be, but because that's like literally right after our wedding.
Wow. Okay. Well,
And but
bring him with
I need
you.
to disappear.
There were
I
so
need
many
to go do
couples
this.
at BravoCon. I can't tell you how many husbands were there to support their
He
wives.
needs to start. You know, he's South African. I need him to catch up on the
Get the
franchise. You know, because
VPN.
you can't be slowing me down when
Mm-mm.
I see Nene leaks
Yeah.
or if I see. Let's see, who am I really digging right now? So I love Salt Lake City. I love Mary.
That was high on my list, and I will
I love
say
Mary.
Mary was the MVP of the weekend and probably the hardest ticket to meet her. That's
Really?
how much love Mary Cosby was getting at Bravo.
Oh, good for Mary. She's just so honest. I was like, she cracks me up. I find myself like literally laughing so hard when I watch her on TV.
Yeah.
Because it's like, so Mary, do you so now do you think that you and so are gonna get in a better place? No. I feel the same way now that I did then.
Then did that? Yeah, that's
Man,
Mary.
she's
You just gotta love
awesome.
her.
Gotta love her. I really wish this is just wishful thinking. I do see that there's a new season of Southern Charm.
Hmm.
So excited to get into that. I know we were supposed to wrap, but I had one last question. What
Yeah.
happened to the other black girl that was on the show?
You're not talking about
Start with a
Vanita.
V. Vanita. Yeah.
Vanita? Yeah, she's on the show, and actually, you can watch some of I think there was a Summer House versus Southern Charm panel,
Okay.
and I think that what's his name? Kyle Cook's friend. Oh gosh, I can't think of his name. The one he just opened up a sober bar. He was basically trying to flirt with Vanita. So there might be a little BravoCon love
Okay.
connection.
I want to see Vanita come out of this shell because
Yeah.
I feel like it's the line is always just
Yeah, and maybe
I'm like, give me something, give me something. I'm
Carl.
like, shoot,
Carl.
why does Whitney's mama give me more than I feel like Vanita gives me? Like I look forward to seeing his mom sashay around our house with her martini.
Yeah, no, it was Carl from Summer House. So yeah, maybe there's a potential love connection there that could bring her out of her shell. We'll see.
Ooh, child. Okay. Well, this is enough. Again, you guys, BravoCon. Hopefully, 2027. You can be there with myself and Philip White. Philip, thank you so much for joining me today. We're recording on a Friday, and he traveled, and he still hopped on, and I really, really appreciate you giving us.
Thank you. This was amazing. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank
you guys know what to do.
It all again.
Yes. Connect with Philip. Follow him. If you like the episode, you're going to like, you're going to share, you're going to rate, you're going to review so that we can bring on more fabulous guests like Philip and have him back once again so he can give us some more Bravo tea. And so, hoping you guys have a great rest of your day, and until next time.